Sa nakita ko kasi, may nakita akong maraming kulang sa BICAM report. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee report, pinirmahan kahit may mga nakikita tayong blanco.
Money.
So,
Pagka ganon, there's something terribly wrong. And as a matter of fact, I would say, kung may mga blanco yan lumusot, that is not a valid legislation.
He's lying. He's a president. He knows that you cannot pass a GAA without with a blank. He's lying.
Either it could be filled up before or after sa Congress, pagka ganon, what must be submitted is the true and correct figure coming out as prepared by the budget submitted to Congress for appropriation. Pagka putol-putol yan o may kulang, that is not a valid budget.
And he's lying because he knows perfectly well that that doesn't ever happen. Sa buong kasaysayan ng buong Pilipinas, hindi pinapayagan na magkaroon ng item ang GAA nang hindi nakalagay kung ano yung project at saka ano yung gastos, ano yung pondo.
It's not only inaccurate, but I think the budget is in totality invalid.
Ang budget ng Pilipinas ay hawak lang ng dalawang tao. Ang budget ng Pilipinas ay hawak lang ng dalawang tao. Hawak lang siya ni Congressman Zaldico at ni Congressman Martin Romualdez. Yan ang katotohanan. Halimbawa ko dito, medyo mahaba ito, kaya pagpasensyahan mo. Halimbawa ko dito, sa DepEd muna tayo. Sa Department of Education, noong taong 2023, merong 5 billion na inapprove para sa classroom construction. Nagulat ako kasi merong mga lumapit na miyembro ng House na humihingi. Hinihingi nila yung 5 billion, parte ng 5 billion na budget. Wala kasi akong experience sa ganyan. At saka ang pagkakaintindi ko, pag in-approve na yan ng Office of the President, bibigay na yan, didiretso na yun sa approval at trabaho ng Department of Education sa construction ng mga classroom. Nagulat ako, may humingi. Magkano ba ang amin dyan? Magkano ba ang amin dyan? Sinabi ko, hindi pwede ito. Kasi, ang mangyayari nito, hindi magagawa ng Department of Education ang trabaho namin na mag-construct ng classroom ayon sa classroom backlog at sa prioritization base sa backlog at sa classroom construction. So, sinabihan ko yung isang congressman, sabihan ninyo si Martin Romualdez na hindi pwede chap-chapin ang classroom construction na 5 billion. Kaya kung makikita ninyo sa budget proposal na approved ng Office of the President, 5 billion yon. Pero nung lumabas yung GAA o yung budget approved noong 2023, naging 15 billion siya. Dahil hindi nga ako pumayag na kunin yung 5 billion, dinagdagan nila ng 10 billion yung classroom construction ng Department of Education. Yung 10 billion na yon hindi kontrolado ng Department of Education. Controlled yon ni Congressman Zaldico at Congressman Martin Romualdez. Hindi ko na kailangan ng corroborative witness dito. Dahil makikita niyo yon sa papel. Makikita ng taong bayan yon sa papel. Net, 5 billion. Lumabas ang budget approved, 15 billion. So, maiintindihan niyo, di ba? Bakit pa tayo magbo-budget hearing para sa Office of the Vice President? 2 tao lang naman ang nasusunod sa budget ng bayan natin. Halimbawa, taong 2024. Kung makikita nyo, ang approved na budget ng Office of the President para sa classroom construction ay 19 billion. Noong lumabas na ang House version ng Appropriations Bill, ay naging 24 billion ito. So, approved 19 billion, paglabas sa House, naging 24 billion. At doon sa 24 billion na yon, kung hahanapin mo sa papel, kinuha nila ang 5 billion ng repairs ng classrooms at nilagay nila doon sa 19 billion para maging 24 billion siya. So, ang naiwan sa repairs, kawawang mga classroom, ay 1 billion. Kaya, makikita nyo, sa papel, nandyan yan. Naging 24 billion. At hindi lang yan, dahil noong 2023 ay hindi ako pumayag na hindi masunod yung DepEd na rules sa paano mag-classroom construction based on need, ang ginawa ngayong 2024, tinatouch nila ang listahan na kung saan gagawin ang mga classroom construction worth 17 billion. Makikita nyo yon sa papel. Pagdating namin sa Senate, nakita yon ng mga senador. Tinanong nila ang Department of Education, totoo ba o hindi totoo na galing sa inyo ang listahan ng 17 billion ng mga classroom construction? So sabi namin sa mga senador, hindi totoo. Hindi namin magagawa yung trabaho namin. Hindi natin masasolve ang classroom backlog kung ganito ang nangyayari. Pwede ba ninyo kaming tulungan? Yung mga senador naman, very helpful sila. Oo, tulungan namin kayo. Kaya nga, kung makikita ninyo sa interpellation ng isang senador doon sa budget hearing sa Senate, tinanong niya, diretso, galing ba sa DepEd ang listahan ng 17 billion? Galing ba sa DepEd ang listahan na inattach doon sa House version? Namin hindi. Hindi galing sa amin yan. On record yon. Makikita nyo sa mga videos, balikan nyo yung mga videos. Makikita nyo.
Yes, my concern, Madam Chair, Mr. President, under the GAB, I observed that there was an increase in the budget for the construction of new classrooms from 19.6 billion to 24.6 billion. However, this is my concern, which you mentioned earlier, that the repairs and rehabilitation of classrooms was decreased from 6.5 billion to 1.5 billion. I also have information, Madam Chair, Mr. President, that 24.6 billion located under the GAB, but only 9.8 billion from the allocation is left to the discretion of DepEd.
Kaya hindi ko na kailangan ng witness. Kasi makikita nyo sa papel. Tapos, dumating ang BICAM, walang nangyari dahil ang nasusunod doon ay si Congressman Zaldico at si Congressman Martin Romualdez. Kaya nandun pa rin naka-attach yung 17 billion na ginawang listahan ni Co at ni Romualdez. In fact, balik lang ako konti sa'yo ha. Kahit yung mga congressman, nakikita nila yung problema ng ginawa nila na pag-attach ng listahan sa budget. Kasi doon sa basic education hearing noong May 2024 ng House of Representatives, merong isang congressman nagreklamo, bakit ang tagal ng classroom construction? Bakit ang tagal? Sabi nung USEC ng DepEd, kasi may pabago-bago sa listahan ng DPWH dahil hindi kami ang gumawa ng listahan.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, with respect to the 17 billion in Annex A of the GAA, we are not privy on how the school sites were chosen. So, be it as it may,
How is it chosen?
I'm not privy to that. Yes, when that gap came out, when the GAB came out, there was a 14.7 billion Annex A. Then when the committee, the GAA came out, from 14.7 it became 17 billion. So we are not privy to how the list was generated.
So dagdag ko lang yan doon sa confirmation na kinuha nila yung budget ng DepEd. At isa yan sa mga rason kung bakit ako nag-resign sa Department of Education. Hindi na ako papayag na sa susunod na taon, ganyan pa rin ang gawin nila at ako yung mananagot sa ginagawa nila. Kaya yan yung sinasabi ko, bakit pa tayo mag-question and answer dito para atakihin nyo ako? Ang masusunod lang naman sa budget, 2 tao lang.
Didiretso na lang ako. Medyo mahaba kasi yung pag-usapan natin. Sa nakita ko kasi, may nakita akong maraming kulang sa BICAM report. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee report, pinirmahan kahit may mga nakikita tayong blanco. So far, ito yung nakikita ko na pages na kulang. Page SP 11, page SP 12, page SP 13, page SP 15, page SP 17, page SP 20, page SP 21, page SP 22, page SP 36, page SP 37, page SP 162, page SP 168, page SP 183. Mostly from the Department of Agriculture and on program appropriations. So let's go directly to the page SP 11 to SP 12. Pwede naman siguro i-flash ito sa ating screen, no? Nahalata ko sa kasi Mayor, Mr. President, na maraming, at saka Harvey, maraming blanco. And these are not, I would say, ordinary figures because these figures will reach to billions of pesos. So, tingnan natin sa page SP 11 to SP 12. Line 49. After the acronym NIA, delete the amount in figures 74 billion 570 million 743,000 and replace with blank. Kita naman sa screen. Line number 52. After the acronym PCA, delete the amount in figures 889 million 065,000 and replace with blank. After the word total, delete the amount in figures 104 billion 820 million 715,000 and replace with blank. At saka sa number 7, you will see the amount. Dito sa Bicameral Conference Committee report ito. NIA is blank, PCA is blank, total is blank. So maraming pages ito na ganito. Kung isa-isahin natin, I think 13 pages pa yung nakita ko na blanco at saka pati na yun sa program appropriations. At saka may nakita rin akong observation. Sa page SP 11 of the BICAM report, it says that the Agricultural and Fisheries Modernization Program of 146 billion 335 million 937,000. Klaro yun sa BICAM report. However, pagdating sa GAA, General Appropriations Act, ang lumabas na figure is only 126 billion 728 million 221,000. Ang ibig sabihin, merong discrepancy. So, paano nagka-discrepancy? So, with all this with all these findings, makikita natin na defective yung BICAM report. At bakit pinirmahan ng members? So the House and the Senate ratified defective BICAM report. In other words, apektado yung ating GAA because BICAM report was defective. What was ratified by both houses are defective. Ang daming kulang na blanco that can be shown in the BICAM report at pirmado. So, yun ang aking nakikita na findings.
Thank you, Congressman Sid. Just before we get the input, the insights of President Duterte, just to refresh the timeline, this bicameral report was signed and ratified last December 11.
Yes, December 11, ang final meeting nila ng Bicameral Conference Committee report at pinirmahan ng members. And on the same day, December 11, the 222 pages Bicameral Conference Committee report was ratified by the Senate and the House. So both houses ratified it, and the enrolled bill was signed by the President December 30, 2024.
Right. So, correct me if I'm wrong, no? Especially for those Filipinos na, to put this na maintindihan nila, simply, sir, kumbaga, there's this document, this BICAM report, na pinirmahan na may mga blanco pa na items.
Yes, makikita ito, nandito sa, ito yung copy ng, total copy ng Bicameral Conference Committee report. Nandito yung 222 pages, may mga vacant pages. I really don't know kung paano lumabas na may figure na pagdating sa GAA.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Mr. President, sir, what's your comment on this particular issue?
Well, it falls short sa exacting standard ng ating batas na lalo na money appropriations must appear the true and correct value kung anong gusto mong, what would be the application for the money for, public money. Pagka ganon, there's something terribly wrong. And as a matter of fact, I would say, kung may mga blanco yan lumusot, that is not a valid legislation. Kung nasa batas na yan, lumabas na yan ng blanco-blanco, either it could be filled up before or after sa Congress, pagka ganon, what must be submitted is the true and correct figure coming out as prepared by the budget submitted to Congress for appropriation. Pagkaputol-putol yan o may kulang, that is not a valid budget for implementation as law. It's not only inaccurate, but I think the budget is in totality invalid. Hindi na pwede mag-blanco-blanco dyan sa pera ng tao. Ano ka man? It's people's money. Maglagay ka ng mga mga provisions, but without the true and correct items or money that would be appropriated by Congress, by the people owning the money. So everything must be explained clear, patent, without doubt na itong pera na ito para ito sa ganito. Itong para na ito para sa eskwelahan, ito para sa agriculture. But you do not leave any item there vacant. Itong pera na ito blanco to be filled up later on. That is not allowed by law. And that budget is already I would like to remind Congress, mali ho yan. It's invalid. Please correct it. Or recall the budget and demanded explanation kung bakit dumating sa inyo yan na ganun kablangko. We are not, para ka binigyan ka ng blanco cheque dyan, o sige, bahala na kung ano ilagay ninyo. In the same manner, yung mga blanco-blanco dyan, whatever or whoever corresponds to that particular item is free to just fill up the amount. That is not by all commandments of the law. That cannot be valid, invalid, unenforceable. And kung na-implement na, it must be corrected and the money returned if already spent or corrected. And kung sino man ang ano niyan, they have to give us the explanation. Otherwise, sabihin ko sa mga Pilipino, huwag na kayo magbayad ng buwis ninyo. Ganun lang naman, pinagsasaya nito mga kumang na to, puro check-in na blanco, then they try to pass it as a law, and they are free to choose now the amount which they want to place. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang reserba nila, kung anong gusto na ilagay, sobra doon sa pera natin. It could be that the money is in the hands of the government now, or future appropriations, or reserva ba ito? If it is does not clear anything, then that is invalid and not correct.
Thank you, sir.